Welcome back to Nerdy and Flirty, a podcast designed to help you create a life that you love. It's nerdy with science-backed information, and it's flirty. It's fun, it's quick, it's straight to the point. My name is Cass, and welcome to episode 13, where we're going to be talking about healthy habits for busy lives. If you're constantly on the go, this episode is for you because we are going to dive deep into small, actionable habits that you can incorporate into your routine to make your busy life a healthy one. So first, let's start by acknowledging the things that stop us from doing our wellness routine in the first place. Maybe it's your job, maybe you're in school, maybe it's your family, or any other commitment that holds you back from doing your wellness. It's usually our wellness that is the first thing to go when we get busy, when in reality, that should be the opposite. Change doesn't happen by doing a complete overhaul of your life and waking up one morning and being different. Change happens when you actually do those small, actionable steps that add up into big life changes over time. Today, we're going to dive deep into those actionable, small things that you can do to actually change your life, even when you're busy. And then at the end, I'm going to share some listener feedback of things that you do, even when you're busy, that take 5 minutes or less. If something serves you, keep it, try it out. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, let it go. If something doesn't resonate with you, let it go. There are plenty of small little habits that you can incorporate, and you don't have to do all of them. First, I want to start with time blocking. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I time block. I do it every single day, even on the days that I don't post it. I try to post it on my story because people like to see it, but I still do this every single day, even when I don't post it. Everyone feels busy. We all say we're busy. We all feel like we have so many things going on at all times. And time blocking is where you actually get to visualize where you're spending your time. We all feel busy, and busyness is a feeling that we have in our heads. But until I put it pen to paper, I don't know how busy I actually am. Time blocking has become such an essential habit for me that I do every single day without fail. You can time block on your Google Calendar, you can do it in your planner, or you can do it on a plain piece of paper. It doesn't matter where, but I recommend this to everyone. Everyone, especially if you are type A and need to see everything going on all the time. Time blocking has allowed me to completely take control of my life. What is time blocking? Time blocking is where you write out every single hour of your day and what you're doing. From your morning routine to your bedtime routine, write it out. The reason I like this is because it makes you visualize where you're spending your time, and you actually realize that you're spending more time scrolling, watching TV, doing mindless habits than you think. We all feel busy, but then you look at your screen time and your screen time's 9 hours long. Like, clearly you have more time than you think. And I want to mention that doing those things aren't bad. Scrolling on your phone isn't bad. Watching TV isn't bad. But doing it mindlessly, unintentionally, that's where you want to start to reframe what you're doing. Time blocking will allow you to take control of your day instead of letting your day control you. Instead of dwelling on the time that I don't have, like going to work or things that I need to do, I gain control of the time that I do have. For example, my after work routine. I know that I have to work every day. I know that without a doubt, I have to go to work. I can't dwell on that. I can't sit here and say, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, because I have to go to work. I have to make a living. I have to work. But my time after work is where I'm able to actually control what I'm doing. That is my most valuable time. It's where I plan my workouts. It's where I plan grocery shopping. It's where I plan running errands. When I'm making dinner, when I'm showering, literally every single thing that I do every single day is in my time block. And it might sound a little bit stressful, but until you do it, you don't realize where you actually spend your time and what you're doing. And for me, it makes me feel even more in control of my day because those half hours here and there actually really add up. I'm actually able to spend my time efficiently and effectively because I know where my time is. I know where my free time is. I know that I have free time here and there. And I'm not saying plan your day to a T where it's completely unrealistic. That's not the point of time blocking. Time blocking is to actually be realistic with yourself and plan out where you have time, what you're going to be doing, and how to make use as effectively as possible of that time. I still plan out when I'm chilling after work, right before I go to bed, and I'm just going to read a book and hang out. I like to spend my last hour of the day not doing too much mentally because that's what makes me feel good, but I'm still planning it out. I'm still doing as much as I can when I get home from work so that everything makes sense. Everything has a time. Everything has a plan. If I could only pick one habit to do every single day, it would be time blocking. It has completely transformed my life in such a positive way and my mental well-being. If you've never time blocked before, definitely try it out. It will change your life for the better, and I'm not being dramatic. Now, next one, we have to talk about nutrition. One of the biggest hurdles for people that are busy is nutrition. We are all so guilty of just grabbing food on the go, getting fast food, snacking all day, not eating a full meal, skipping our water intake. All of those things impact us so negatively, but it's our first go-to response when we start to get busy. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can be busy and be a boss and still eat well. In fact, you will probably be a better boss, a better busy girl if you're eating right. So the first little actionable step is getting your groceries. When you are so busy, you have to be efficient with your groceries and the food that is in your house. Make a strategic list each week with your menu, the groceries you need, and plan this out in advance. You cannot jip this step. You have no choice but to get fast food if you don't have groceries in your house. You need to get your groceries, you need to get your healthy foods in advance, and you need to be strategic with your list. Don't be one of those people that ends up going to the store 3 times a week because you keep forgetting ingredients. Spend the time, plan your list out, plan your menu, and plan out every single ingredient you are going to need to a T. I make a menu every single Sunday of what I'm making and what I'm eating all week, and I even plan out every ingredient that I need for each meal to make sure that I have it. Nothing drives me more nuts than when I have a beautiful meal planned out that I'm gonna make and I realize that I don't have garlic or I don't have olive oil or I ran out of this or I ran out of that. I hate stopping at the store more than once a week, so make sure that you plan your list out and you take the time to make sure you got it right so you don't have to go more than once. Another reason why I like to be strategic with my list is it saves me from just randomly roaming down the aisles of the grocery store and mindlessly getting things. If I have a list that is so strategic and planned out to a T, I don't need to roam the aisles because I know exactly what I need. I go into the store, I get it, and I leave. That's time saving in itself. I like to put groceries into my time block, and I like to do it on a day that is the most reasonable day for me to go. Usually for me, this is either a weekend or a day after work as soon as I'm done work. Be realistic with yourself and pick a day that makes the most sense for you to go and also makes sense for you to make this menu because it does take time, but it saves you time throughout the week. Once you get your groceries, spend the time to prep everything right away. This means prepping your produce, washing everything, drying everything, cutting up what you can. Cut up the fruit that you bought so that you have it for your snacks. If it's not cut up, you're not going to eat it. If it's not washed, you're not going to eat it. Get little glass containers with dividers and do the prep work. I don't like to meal prep. I don't like to make 5 things of the same thing and eat it all week, but I do like to meal plan. I like to be intentional with what I'm buying, and I really think about how my week is and what meals are easy for me to make on those days. If I have a really busy night, I'm not going to plan to make some 5-course meal that takes so much time and a million pots and pans. I'm going to plan something easy, especially on your really busy nights. I like to make sheet pan recipes where you put a bunch of stuff on a sheet pan and put it in the oven and cook it up. So delicious, so easy, so quick. Or one-pot recipes, crock-pot recipes. Those are great if you're at home busy doing a lot of stuff and you don't have time to just be standing around in the kitchen watching your meals. Be intentional about the meals you're planning and make it easier on yourself. Plan the ones that only take 1 pot, 1 pan, easy cleanup recipes. If you are busy and you still want to be healthy, you have to do the prep work to set yourself up the rest of the week. It takes time in the moment, but it saves you so much time the rest of the week. Remove as many barriers as you can to healthy eating because it will be so much easier and so much quicker the rest of the week. I'll post a healthy and easy snack list on the Instagram, but when it comes to snacks, you have to plan those just like your meals. Snacks are great when you need a little boost of energy, a little power boost throughout your day, but you have to plan them out or you're gonna end up mindlessly snacking as well. Think simple when it comes to your snacks. Simple is better. Think apples and peanut butter, carrots and celery, and hummus. Make some protein balls that you freeze and have for months at a time. Plan your snacks just like your meals and you will be set. Now let's talk about staying active. When it comes to being healthy and busy, you have to be very time efficient with your workouts. This is one of the things that gets skipped as well when we start to get busy, but it's crucial for you to stay in your routines even when you're busy to maintain your physical wellness, your mental wellness, your emotional wellness, and prevent burnout. It can be difficult to find time to work out, but it's not impossible. Squeeze your workouts in at times that make sense. For example, I like to go to the gym right when I'm done work. I drive straight there. I go to a gym that's on my way home, so I'm being efficient with my time. And I'm also reducing barriers. No one wants to go home, get changed, and then drive back to the gym. So when I like to go to the gym, I like to go straight after work. I drive straight there. I can't say no to myself because I'm already on my way. It's on the way home. I have no excuse. I already have my bag in the car. I have everything prepared. I just stop there. I go home after, and it's quick, it's easy, it's efficient. If that's truly not feasible, find times throughout the day to challenge yourself. There are so many short at-home workouts that you can do. You can do HIIT circuits. They can be less than 20 minutes and you can get a great burn, great results, great workout in with less than 20 minutes. We all have 20 minutes somewhere in our day. Even just doing jumping jacks after you brush your teeth or crunches when you're watching TV, find the times in your day to do some kind of movement because it will set yourself up the rest of the day, the rest of the week, and it just makes you feel good. Exercise is a non-negotiable for me in my week, and it's something that has truly saved me from my lowest points. And it sucks at first. It sucks for everyone. Exercise is not an easy thing to start, but it does get easier. It has to be seen as a priority for you though. It can't be something that you skip when you get busy and things get a little bit hard. It has to be a priority. I treat my workouts like I treat any appointment or meeting. I don't miss appointments. I don't miss doctor's appointments. I don't miss meetings with other people. So why would I miss a meeting with myself? Why would I miss something that's going to benefit myself and set me up long term? And in the moment, it's not easy. It's easier to skip it. It's easier to not go. But you know what's not easy? Feeling like shit. Feeling bad about yourself. Hating how you feel. Having low energy. All of those things happen when I skip my workouts. Initially, it feels good to skip it. You're like, oh, I get to rest. I get to chill. But then that wears out and then you start to feel bad. Then you start to feel low mood, low energy, irritable. All of those things trickle down into your work, into your school, into your family, into your relationships. You have to make the time for physical activity. I know it's hard. I know it's easier to push it off. But we make time for the things we want to make time for. Don't put everyone and everything else before your own well-being. The next one I really like because it's something that I think everyone can benefit from, and that's a digital detox. Find times each day that you don't use your phone. Our phones are our biggest distractions, and we are all guilty of being a little bit addicted to these things. So allocate times in your day that you do digital detoxes. I have times in my day for digital detoxes that I do every single day. I like the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of each day where my phone is automatically scheduled to go on to Do Not Disturb. It truly makes a difference and it sets a boundary for me to remind me that I can be unavailable those hours. I'm allowed to have 2 hours at the beginning of the day and 2 hours at the end of the day where I'm not responding and reacting to every other person around me. Not only is it good for me to just not be on the blue light and not look at my phone and not see all the colors and whatever, but it truly reminds me that I can set boundaries in my day to put myself first. I love waking up and not having to answer to anybody else, and I'm allowed to give myself an hour or 2 hours where I'm not responding to everyone else. If you start your day reacting to everyone else in the world, you're not putting yourself first. You're not taking care of your mental well-being because you're already in reaction mode. You're answering someone back. You're doing someone else a favor. You're doing all these things for everyone else, and you haven't even done one thing for yourself yet. I like to remind myself that whatever I'm looking for, whether it's social media or text messages or whatever, it'll be there later. It'll be there 2 hours from now when I'm done making my coffee, making my bed, tongue scraping, doing things that make me feel good. It'll be there. Those text messages will be there. And if it's an emergency, someone will get a hold of me. Just like time blocking, it's important to be intentional with your digital time. And if you're truly busy, you don't need those distractions anyway. You will be more efficient if you dedicate and allocate specific time to be on your phone and actually be intentional about it. So now I want to get into some of the listener habits. These are things that you have sent in on Instagram stories. I posted a poll or a little question box about 5-minute or less habits that you do even when you're getting very busy, and I love the responses I got. So I want to share them because they're just great responses. First one I love, and I used to do this and I stopped doing it, and that's filling up your water bottle the night before and putting it in the fridge. This will set you up for your hydration. I freaking love this tip, and I think everyone should do it. Going along with that is packing your bags the night before. Pack your gym bag the night before. Pack your work bag the night before. Get everything set up the night before so that when you wake up, you are ready to go. Another one is buying healthy foods at the grocery store, but picking one splurge item each week. I really like this because it makes it fun, but also keeps those healthy foods in your house. Packing your lunch the night before, getting the coffee pot ready the night before. I do this sometimes and it truly does make a difference. Going through the mail each night and not letting it pile up. Making the bed as soon as I wake up. Drinking water first thing in the morning. And then simplifying the morning routine. Everything could be done in 20 minutes and it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. I really like that because I think on social media we see like all these aesthetic morning routines that are so drawn out, or these health and wellness morning routines where it's doing your journaling, drinking your lemon water, going for a workout, and that's just not realistic for a lot of people. So I like the simplified morning routine. It makes it more time efficient, and I thought that was a really good tip that someone shared. So those are some of the things you have sent in. I love that you are all like so into health and wellness because you guys have a lot of value to share. I want to do this more. So follow at Nerdy and Flirty Pod on Instagram if you haven't already, so I can share your feedback next time. I hope you feel inspired to make some positive changes into your life, no matter how busy you are, no matter how small the little habits are, because remember, small habits lead to big transformation. So incorporate some of these in and let me know some of the things that you do that maybe I didn't say in the podcast. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to give me 5 stars, leave a review, and share it with your friends. That would be the biggest thing to help this, is to share it with someone you think that would like this and listen to it. Stay tuned for more practical tips on leading a healthier and happier life. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.